Hello friends, this is Curtis from Scattered. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over a pretty useful item that I think everybody ought to have or consider if they work on their own stuff or they're a homesteader or whatever. It's very convenient. It's called, this is not my original idea. I call it like my truck bucket or my tool bucket. It's basically an array of general hand tools and a few supplies that kind of keep me ready to work on whatever comes up, whether I go to someone's house to do a little bit of handyman work, or I have to fix something in my own house. I can just grab the bucket and go with it. If I'm just working on stuff on the truck, even sometimes. If I go over to the Beagle Club, have to work on something over there, I use it. It's very useful, and I want to show you guys because I use it so much that I think it's worth going through and explaining it. Where to start? I guess let's start on the outside here with the pliers. So I have, the normal pliers, channel locks, wire cutters, regular pliers, needle nose, vice grips, scissors, some crescent wrenches. I do have heavier punch, half-inch punch set back there, and a dental pick. Moving over here, I have some small pairs of pliers, small needle nose, and some snap ring pliers. I also keep a set of screwdrivers, normal number 2 Phillips and flathead, some long handles. And I also have tucked back in here, you can't really see, some stubby screwdrivers that you could use for electronics or glasses, that kind of stuff. See if I can move back here and get in the frame. Moving over here, I have just a little pry bar scraper. It's got a tape roll on it. Actually, this bucket, tool bag, and the bucket itself too, I got from Lowe's. I think it was like $17 for the tool bag and $4 for the bucket, or $3 for the bucket. And it has held up really well so far. I couldn't be happier with it. I probably had it for 2 years, around there. And it just always rides in the bed of my truck, and I'm in it, most every day, it seems. So it's got a lot of cool features that I really like this tape roll holder. I keep duct tape, electrical tape, plumbing tape, like nylon tape, masking tape. I have a little electric tester here that'll do 6 volt and 12, or not 6 volt, 12 volt and 120 volt. So auto or household electric. I keep multi-tool in here. Also have a little scraper. Keep a little piece of rope here and some rags. There's rags stuffed all over the place and rope stuffed all over the place. If you ask my mom, I have a rope addiction. It's kind of funny. She gets me a roll for like my birthday and Christmas every year, and I always seem to use it. So keep it up, Mom. So yeah, a roll of rope, some electrical pliers that have wire strippers and cutters and crimpers for crimp fittings. I keep a tape measure in here. I also have a notepad, which I'm using right now, for notes for the video. Pen, X-Acto knife, pencil. There's usually a Sharpie in here. I think it's in the cab of my truck. More rubber gloves. Over here I have a set of long needle nose pliers that have a bend to them. This helps for getting into odds and end little places. I have a paint scraper and a utility knife with extra blades inside. This is going faster than I thought. Okay, so inside the bucket, I keep rolled paper towels, like I said, more rags, a hacksaw that's taken down, zip ties. There's large and small ones stuffed in here. I have a dead blow hammer, regular claw hammer, a small ball peen hammer. Like I said, a hacksaw that's taken apart. Square, that's not normally in here. I just was using it on a project recently. Pry bar. Pipe, small pipe wrench. Half round file. This is a hacksaw blade. A big pair of channel locks. Wire brush. Actually, there's big wire brush and 2 small wire brushes. Keep 2 larger crescent wrenches in here. I would like to add a bigger one, a 24-inch or 18-inch, something like that, that really has more jaw capacity, more jaw opening. These are only 12-inch ones. I also keep a pair of tin snips in here, an electrical tester, or multimeter, I guess is what everybody would call it. I have a roll of stainless wire in here, just tie wire. I use this very, very much. More rags, like I said, more gloves. I have a more of a masonry chisel in here if I have to knock a hole in some cement or chip stone away that's, you know, sticking up on a road or something. I have a long reach tool that kind of curls up in the bottom of the bucket here, pretty nice. I also keep a piece of random wires, random tie wires in here. I actually use this for a jumper wire in my camper. That's another thing that this bucket's really nice for, is I can throw it in the camper, or well, I have it in my truck when I tow the camper, and it has everything I need for maintenance on the camper. Throw a few odds and ends in here, and it's set up and ready to go. So moving on to the inner pockets of the bucket, I have a set of American Allen wrenches, standard Allen wrenches. I do keep a handful of shims in here, wood shims. A rigid putty knife that's mostly used as a scraper, honestly. I have a bottle of Goo Gone, a small can of WD-40, and a small can of 3-in-1 dry lube. That basically does what's in the kit, in the bucket anyways. I keep more in my truck. I actually have the truck pretty well stuffed tight. I get as much in here as I can because I just like to be prepared for things. You never know what's going to happen. You get stuck alongside the road or something breaks. You know, I drive an older truck, and you know, things break from time to time. That's just the nature of it. But the nature that things break all the time, but at the same time it's much easier to fix and much simpler to fix. So it's kind of a trade-off that I've chosen, and so far it's working out really good, and I really enjoy it. I like working on my own vehicles and taking care of my own stuff like that. But I'll show you in here just a second. I'll show you a few of the other things that I normally keep in here, in the truck, that is. Throw this stuff away, or throw it in the bucket. So, in the back of the truck, I also always keep an axe. This is a new axe, actually. This is my new Faller's axe. I think I might cut or make a shorter handle for it, but so far it's pretty neat. I have some work to do to it, and that's going to be another video because I'm building kind of a Faller's belt, Faller's kit, and I'll do a quick video on that, just what I have and why I have it and why I like it. So, but yeah, I always keep an axe in here, a set of 1/2-inch drive sockets. Let me shoot the camera down here. Set of 1/2-inch drive sockets with a ratchet and some extensions and a breaker bar for lug nuts and heavier parts on my truck or trailer or whatever. And I also keep a full Craftsman set. There's some odds and ends I've added in here, like a screwdriver extension that's really nice. And like I said, yeah, there's some other some other adapters and things like that. That's very handy to have around. I also always keep a triple trailer ball or triple trailer hitch in here. I tow a variety of trailers. Don't really use the big one because I don't have a whole lot of towing capacity in my half ton, but I keep it in there anyways. You never know. I also always carry, let's tip you up here again. So there's other things that I keep in the truck. I kind of wrote it down on a list here just to run through them faster without so much umming. So, my wife and I, you know, we do a lot of beagle stuff and dog stuff in general. So I always keep 2 large crates in the back. Seems like I'm always hauling dogs to the Beagle Club or picking dogs up from here or there. It's just very convenient to have. I also always carry, more on the emergency side of things, I carry gas, 5 gallons of gas that I use up. I refresh it like once a month. I have a 5-gallon bucket that has the common fluids for my truck: brake fluid, transmission fluid, oil, antifreeze, power steering fluid, some brake parts cleaner, other stuff like that, rags, funnel. I also always keep a set of bolt cutters in case you get behind a gate somewhere and accidentally somebody locks it behind you or something like that. You got to get out, or you have to cut something under the truck and wire it back in place, or something breaks. You know, just, I don't know. I've used them. They're handy to keep around. I also keep a small 023 steel chainsaw in here with gas and oil. This time of year, I have my snow scraper for cleaning off my truck, and a small, like, collapsible snow shovel too, a plastic one, just in case I gotta dig out if I'm high centered or stuck somewhere, or somebody else is stuck somewhere. Along those lines, I keep a 5-gallon bucket of anti-skid in here, just number 1B limestone anti-skid. And I said the axe, I said the chainsaw. I have a saw kit. I keep my saw repair kit in here that has files and saw tools and extra chains and that sort of thing for the saws that I have. There's some wedges in there. Like I said, right now I keep a Fiskars axe in the back that was my Faller's axe, and I just didn't care for the light handle and the back of the axe, the hammer end of it. I like to skip off wedges, so I got this. It's a Collins axe. I think they call it a boy's axe. It's a 2 1/4 pound, I think. It might be a little light for falling, pounding wedges. I don't know. I don't do a lot of big trees, so I think it'll work pretty good for me, but I'm going to give it a try. Like I said, that's going to be talked about more in another video. So real quick, just to kind of wrap things up, more I keep in the truck at all times is first aid kit, rain gear, cold weather gear, food, water. I keep hand wipes, like, what do they call it? Just hand cleaning wipes for getting grease and dirt and stuff off your hands. I keep some road flares, a change of clothes, jumper cables, contractor bags, tow strap and shackles, a 30-foot strap. And I always keep a road atlas too in my truck. That's you know, the United States Road Atlas. That's very convenient. I know not a whole lot of people use maps and that kind of thing these days, but the phones fail you. Not a conspiracy theorist, maybe I am. Anyways, the phone GPS, yeah, sometimes they fail you. Certainly the dash mounted GPSs have their issues too. That basically sums up what I keep in my truck on a normal basis. The last item to tell you about is a nice little small sledgehammer. See if, I don't know if it says the weight on here. 48 ounce. But it's just a nice little sledgehammer that painted up, actually. My dad painted it up and cleaned it up for me whenever I turned 16 and put it in my first vehicle, which was much like this vehicle, a 1996 Chevy Tahoe. This is a 98 GMC Sierra. And I have an affinity for the OBS GM vehicles. Don't know what it is. But anyways, that's my tool bucket and what I keep in my truck on a regular basis. I guess there's some ratchet straps in here too, just for reference. But, you know, think about making one. It's a good step forward into being more self-reliant and being able to tackle more projects more efficiently. And that's a big thing that I'm working on in my life, is being more efficient, more productive, and things like this that I don't even realize that help tremendously. So thanks again for joining the channel today. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about the tools and specifics of what's in here or in my truck or the truck, feel free to comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, like I said, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Did you watch the whole way to the end of the video? I don't know if anybody does that. Anyways, if you did, leave a comment below. What's your favorite... Oh, no. Leave a comment below what your first vehicle was. If you watch the whole way to the end, you'll be the only one that knows how to answer. So leave a comment below what your first vehicle is. Thank you very much for visiting the channel today.